So what's the difference between trying to get fit when you're in your 20s, right? Which a lot of guys are trying to do, and then trying to stay fit when you're in your 40s. I just turned 46 years old 2 days ago. Can't believe I'm 46. Never thought I would be this old, and it's absolutely insane. And I've tried to stay in shape as much as possible. And there's a bunch of differences between now and back when I was doing it for a living. You know, back in the day when I was doing my online training and running gyms and things like that, I could train whenever I wanted. I could center my whole day around my diet. I could spend the day in the gym if I wanted to. I never did. I only spent like 45 minutes a day in the gym. But now my time is really constrained because now I run a company. It has nothing to do with fitness. We're a manufacturing company. I have flexibility in my schedule in that I can make my own schedule and work on what I want to and work on the priorities of the business as I see them. But I have also far less ability to kind of make fitness a priority, right? Because my priority is the company. My priority is making sure my employees have a place to work. My priority is making sure I'm taking care of customers. My priority is business. And so what I've had to do is I've had to figure out ways not to excel, because back in the day I was trying to get to the pinnacle, trying to put as much muscle on as possible, trying to be as strong as possible. Now I'm at the point where I'm just trying to hang on. And it's interesting for me because I spent so many years trying to coach other people who are in the position I'm in now, and now I'm in that position. And I think I've done a pretty good job of staying there and creating some things that work for me that help me to stay fit. But I have so much empathy for those of you out there who are, you have so much responsibility and you're trying to get in shape and you just can't find the time to do it as much as you want to. So here's a few different things that work for me. Number one, I'm not tied to working out in a gym. Right? I am not tied to working out in a gym. So what do I mean by that? If I can't get to the gym on a particular day, my workout is still going to happen, right? I'm not going to tell myself, hey, I can't get to the gym today, I'm not going to work out. My workout is still going to happen. And if it's not a gym workout, I've got kettlebells in my office. I have kettlebells here at home. I will work out with those kettlebells. Right? I have a weighted vest. I will walk or run with that weighted vest on, right? So I will do calisthenics. I will do burpees. If I don't have the kettlebells or anything like that, I will do burpees. 100 burpees in 10 minutes is one of my go-to workouts, right? So that is one thing. I have made sure that no matter what, whether I get to the gym or not, I am going to get my workout in. And those are some simple things. I highly suggest every man get a kettlebell, get 20 to 35 pounds. You don't need a ton of weight. You could do strength with that thing, any strength exercise that you could do with a barbell, a dumbbell. You can do it with a kettlebell. You can do cardio with that thing, right? You do complexes. You can walk with that kettlebell on your shoulder or on your back. You can do different carries like waiters walks and front racks and things like that. So fantastic piece of equipment. Weighted vests are fantastic, and not necessarily for running. I don't think everybody should run with a weighted vest on unless you're used to running and the type of high impact that it does on your joints. Most people should just walk with a weighted vest. But walking with a weighted vest is awesome. It's fantastic. It helps you to build bone density. It helps you to build cardio. And it's great if, let's say you're trying to train for a marathon. There was a guy who was training for a marathon and he never ran. All he did was he wore a weighted vest all day long. I think I heard Ben Greenfield talking about him. I don't have a reference or anything like that, but if you check out Ben Greenfield, who has an amazing podcast, you can you can hear cool things like that. So that's the training side. The nutrition side is very different for me than what I used to, because I was a big meal prepper. I got heavily into intermittent fasting when I was a bodybuilder. I was deep into ketosis. I did the keto diet for years. I was on keto diet. I don't think I touched a carb for a long time. Now, as I'm older and as I am trying to do different things, like I was trying to do jujitsu, and different things are important to me than they were back then. I do need to incorporate carbohydrates in my diet, and I would love to say that because I do love intermittent fasting, and I love to say fasting is opposite. Some days, just the way my body's been working lately, I have to have breakfast, right? And I was never like that before, but since I've got this job, I need to have a little bit of protein. I need to have a little bit of carbs and fiber in my diet. So I'll have some oatmeal, I'll have some protein powder, around 10 a.m. And then I'll have a lunch. The lunch is generally some prepared food that I've done in a crock pot. I like doing meats in a crock pot or in the Instant Pot. It'll generally be beef or chicken or something like that with some rice or some potatoes. And then dinner, I come home, and quite honestly, dinner is the least strict meal that I do every day, and I'll eat pretty much whatever we're gonna have for dinner that night. I do a lot of the cooking. I'm an Italian. I love pasta. I love steak. I still make a lot of beef liver. I'll do chicken thighs with lemon, all kinds of really good stuff. But I'm not strict at all when it comes to dinner. Some days I like pizza. I like pizza. So I had pizza last week, and it's not something I do all the time. I don't do much fast food or anything like that, but it's generally just prepared meals. So my advice to you guys, as you're trying to look after your nutrition, number one, the most simple thing you could do is just cook your own food rather than ordering out, rather than going to DoorDash, rather than getting a takeout. Just cook your own food. Learn a few key recipes. I know if you learn 3 or 4 recipes, that's enough to get you through anything. Learn how to do a chicken dish, learn how to do a beef dish, learn how to make vegetables, all those different things. And there's so much information out there for you. And then the final thing is this: water. Drink a ton of water. I drink 1.5 gallons at least a day. I don't drink soda. I will do a Diet Coke every once in a while, but not like I was. Water is the most important thing to me. I have to drink tons and tons of water every day, and doing that has helped me to stay lean. It's helped me to stay hydrated, and it helps my brain work a lot better. So those are big things for me that have worked. Now I'm 46 years old. I'm becoming an old man. One of my goals is to be in absolutely outstanding shape when I'm 50 years old. And I'm not in horrible shape right now. I'm also not in the best shape. I'm not going to win any fitness model competitions or anything like that. I don't have a complete 6-pack abs or anything, but I managed to stay lean. I managed to maintain a good bit of strength. Not nearly as heavy as I used to lift or anything like that, but I'm getting it in. And that's the key. The key to anything, particularly when you're getting older, is consistency. Whatever's gonna get you to work out and eat right most of the time, that's what you gotta do. If you can't get perfection, and you're not gonna get perfection, don't worry about perfection. Worry about getting it right as much and as often as you can. And that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you're doing well. Sorry I haven't put a video out in a while. I'm trying to get more of these videos done. I told myself I would try to post at least once or twice a week. So I hope you got a lot out of this video. And again, this channel is not for anything but to kind of chronicle where I am in my life. And so if you like the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Go ahead and like the video. But if you don't, that's fine too. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.